Day 5, somewhere in Serbia. One of those moments when everything makes sense. 3 friends, 2 KTM 990s, a sunset over an epic track, and 2 more days of this beautiful madness. This is the Longest Commute 5. After 5 years of riding a reasonable bike, I made an unreasonable choice and bought a 2010 KTM 990R. After spending the whole summer riding and eventually doing 2,000 kilometers from Poland to Greece, I knew the choice was right. I want to fully commit to this bike. After 3 days of hitting highways across 6 countries, it felt good to be surrounded by my own. Taking in the chaos of preparation and excitement for this 3,000 kilometers odyssey ahead of us. We start shortly before the sunrise. As we enter the first off-road section, the golden hour hits us with all of its glory. From now on, it's a race to find a good spot before the sun is too high for some epic backlit shots. Happy with the footage I got, I leave Alessio and Flor and head on and search for the next spot. Along the way, I allow myself to have some fun and try to keep up with the participants. Illyria Raid is not a competition. Some of the guys are pretty fast though, and going fast with this bike is amazing. second day started with a dusty off-road section, but the weather was changing fast. Last year's reverse edition of Illyria had almost perfect weather. Looking at the storm clouds gathering over Albania, I was anxious about the rocky routes high in the mountains that will make most of the coming days. After filming in 2 different spots, we leave the track and enjoy an epic shortcut to Berat. Day 3. When wet, the asphalt here gets crazy slippery. For a bike with 115 horsepower and no traction control or ABS, it can get nasty very fast. The off-road section started to turn into slippery clay. Hitting more stony parts of the track was the only way to maintain at least some traction.
Okay.
That day we used the weather to our advantage and focused on filming and photographing water crossings.
Out of the flames, be set free again. So it goes, your youth and beauty fades, back to the dirt remains. So it goes. Close your eyes when the ferryman comes, when he comes to take you out to sea. Don't be surprised when the ferryman comes, when he comes for you, come for me.
Day 4. One of the worst days on a motorbike to date. At this point, all the gear was wet and the tracks were a slippery mess.
Hey, if the shortcut is messed up, you can always go back and continue on this beautiful highway of mud and dirt and misery. Okay, so saying that the shortcut was approved by me was a little bit too much.
You lost the right for 6 months to complain about my shortcuts. We did 2 kilometers out of 9. You did it.
Hey, it was epic.
It was nice. Now it's 93 asphalt.
Yeah, I have to remove this because I'm all sweaty. Oh man!
That day was far from over. Late afternoon, we enter another muddy section. I fall behind and film some of the last guys. Covered in red clay and frozen to the bone, I reach the hotel long after sunset. Day 5 surprised us all with nice sunny weather. I took it easy, slowed down and skipped some of the trickier parts. I knew that the next day's crossing of Montenegro will be challenging. The views that day were stunning. I'm joined by Alessio and Flor later that day. We ride the last few kilometers into the setting sun. Day 6. It's amazing how beautiful this mountain pass is and how much I hate riding it.
So guys, how do you like the weather?
The weather is fine. Actually, it's very warm.
and there was sun in Montenegro. There was the fun.
Amazing. Alright, boy. Up and we go.
Climbing up through that mist, it was freezing cold. High in the mountains, we would hit patches of nice sunny weather, little moments of relief. The off-road section here is not very challenging per se. Rocky trail with a few tougher uphills and downhills and some loose stones. What makes it challenging for me though is the long distance during which you have to keep your concentration up and the fact that there are no shortcuts or exit ways. Once you enter, you have to commit. Halfway through, the weather gets worse, turning already tricky route into a mess of slippery stones and mud. At that point, I stopped twice to film, but got mediocre footage. Since it was getting late and I still had long distance to cover, I decided not to stop anymore and carry on. I still had around 10 kilometers of off-road when upon reaching the top of one of countless uphills, I saw a group of bikers and a mountain stream turned river at the altitude of 2000 meters over sea level. Going down, I could see that the current was pretty brutal. On the other shore, few bikers were drying their spark plugs, which didn't boost my confidence at all. I barely made it, And of course I joined the vultures and stayed to film the drama. On the way back, I couldn't keep up. I was frozen to the bone, barely holding the bike, just trying not to crash. Total survival mode. We got another patch of nice sunny weather upon reaching the asphalt. We still had one more border crossing ahead of us, and more than 100 kilometers of rain after dark. We reached the hotel, leading a big group of exhausted bikers late that night. Croatia, last day. Mostly easy and fast tracks. Joined by Gaddafi, who rode all the way from Poland, we ride the last kilometers to the finish.
I remember me in my memories before your poison licked my lips and it was chemistry. I couldn't see, it could be the death of me. No remedy will stop the bleed.
As I said before, it's not a competition, it's not a rally. The emotions are real though, and satisfaction equally intense.
This toxic love I got from you. I'm on the run, I'm cutting loose. This toxic love. Don't want it anymore. This toxic love.
It's a strange and beautiful job, a lifestyle full of passion. I'm glad I can share it with people that I truly love.
No matter what you say, I'll never stay. You can drop down to your knees and you can beg away and drown in the ashes of what we could be. I'm overtired, I'm underloved, I'm broken down, man, I've had enough. You gave me no choice, so I'm letting you go. This toxic love I got from you, don't want it anymore, don't want it anymore.